Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm the first impression gameplay video for Fallen Earth, a 3D sci-fi-ish MMORPG published by Fallen Earth. Yeah, their company's name is Fallen Earth, same as the game. I'll spend about 5-10 minutes running around checking this game out, make some comments. If you guys want to play Fallen Earth or just learn more about it, do check it out full review on the link below. Somebody actually told me to do a video for this and I went ahead and did that. Well, I'm doing it right now actually. But it is a pay-to-play MMORPG with a 10-day free trial. I don't know why 10 days. All the cool guys do 14-day free trials. Most of them do, actually. You can see I already have a character logged in over here, Articuno, named after the wonderful Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and create a new character over here just to show you what that looks like. But the game is a very long tutorial area, and I want to skip all that stuff, so I just did it all myself real quick, and I left myself in the middle of nowhere after I finished that. So let me just show you the customization options. Male and female, of course. You can randomize your selection to show you the possibilities you can do. I mean, the game's character creator is pretty in-depth. One of the most in-depth out there, and there's just a lot you can do with your character. A lot of freaky stuff you can do as well. And you can even see you can randomize this stuff as well, tattoos, height, and everything else. Let me close this out. And you don't actually get to pick a class over here. It's a classless system in the game. And you develop your character the way you want based on how you distribute your own AP points in the game. But let's go and log on my guy right now. Initializing character session. Again, I didn't want to go through the whole tutorial again in this video. It would take up at least 30 minutes for me to finish that. So I completed that, which introduced some of the game's story. I mean, the game is set in a post-apocalyptic setting, and the story is a little bit complicated and not too super well explained, but I can give you the highlights. It involves political strife between countries in the game. It involves a super virus called the Shiva virus, which killed billions of people. It involves a mega corporation, what a surprise, and it involves gene splicing. Yeah, pretty much all the generic attributes for a chaotic experience. But here we are in the game world right now. You can see the game is a wasteland right now, and it's set in the Grand Canyon, which is apparently where this mega corporation was based. I mean, graphically the game looks great because you can see so far into the distance. I mean, just look at this game world. It looks gorgeous. Let me move my upgrade button to the corner somewhere where we can't see it. I clicked on it by accident. You see some NPCs over here. I think most of these are NPCs. I don't know about this guy. He could be an NPC, he could not be. The game has a whole bunch of mounts as well, from horses to buggies, a whole bunch of other things. You can see the world just looks really dead, of course. I mean, it is a post-apocalyptic setting. You see my interface over here. You move with WSAND. And yeah, it's a really original game as well, just in terms of its setting as well. But let's go talk to this armor craft merchant over here. Basically, I just completed the tutorial. I'm totally lost. I'm level 2 right now. The game started me off at level 40, which I think maybe the level cap. But after I finished the tutorial, it threw me back to level 1. But I got level 2 for completing one quest. We can talk to this guy over here. I think he's got a quest for me. Blunt objects. Yeah, he's going to tell me about blunt objects. I got a quest from him. Let's go do this quest. So I'm not sure where this quest location is, but it points to an X over there. So we're going to go ahead and go over there. The game was developed back in 2009, September 2009. It wasn't super successful, but it was really well received. I mean, all the critics that played the game just really liked it. And I played through the tutorial, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. But there's, of course, one problem. It is a pay-to-play MMORPG, and it's hard to really recommend a pay-to-play game now with all the awesome free-to-play games out there. Now, in order to do combat, I'm using a pretty crappy weapon right now. It's like a bent pipe. We hold the middle mouse button, and now in combat mode. We can do first person. I can left-click the swing now, or we can just go to first-person mode over here, and I'm going to smack this creeper. What a creeper. Ah, what a creeper, this thing. Let's go beat on it a few times till we kill it. I mean, this doesn't look that exciting right now, but the game's world is so open, and there's so many different kinds of weapons you can actually use. In the tutorial, I got to use rocket launchers and M4s and all those other crazy weapons, pistols. And using a pistol in the game is really awesome because when you're using an actual gun in the game, you can think of the gameplay a lot like Crimecraft, which is an MMO, or maybe even any other MMO FPS, and throw that into the game world. It's like an MMO FPS / MMORPG mix. I don't think there's anything else like that out there, so that makes the game really unique. Aside from PlanetSide, of course, which is another pay-to-play game, but that's more of an FPS than anything else. Here, you got a full-blown MMORPG with a really in-depth progression system. Let's kill a few more of these creepers. I need to get some scrap iron, and it's from a junkyard, so let's go towards the junkyard. Now, there's other monsters over here as well. The game's world has some 6 different warring factions. Well, they're not all warring with each other, but 6 different factions. I got a bear attack on me. What is this thing? Let's go fight this thing. Combat takes a little while to get used to. Controls take a little while to get used to. I did run through the tutorial and figured most of it out. And like I said, the game's tutorial was a little bit confusing, but presentation-wise, the game looks great, and the story at the beginning was presented really well. With all voiceovers. Fortunately, after you finish the tutorial, there's less voiceovers. But there's still a few primary quest lines in the game to give you some direction. You're not completely lost. But you can really just do whatever you want in the game world. Let's go this way where this other guy is. I have to run towards this junkyard over here right now. I kind of wish I had a pistol to show you how the gameplay with that worked. Actually, I do have a pistol. I'm going to try that bad boy out in a second. I'm going to kill this guy over here. He looks like a Tusken Raider. A cheap Tusken Raider. He's a crazed mutant. Of course, guys, any post-apocalyptic setting, there are always crazed mutants. That's a given, right? Let's go loot this guy. The mutant was carrying a tiny orange. Why I was carrying a tiny orange? I have no idea. But let's go and equip this gun. Yeah, let's try this out. Then you can see let's see my character sheet if I can show you that. If I can find it. That's blood supports, missions, attributes. You can see I have 20 unspent AP points. I mean, the game's progression system is really in-depth and really awesome. But first, I'm going to kill this guy with my beat stick while I explain the game's progression system. As you get experience, you level up, of course, but alongside your leveling up, you get AP points. You can see on the top left over there, I have 20 AP. You can use that AP to increase any of your stats. There are a lot of stats in the game. I never knew what Charisma was really for, but forget about Charisma. I have Strength, I can max that out. Or you can upgrade your skills with it. Armor use, athletics, dodge, melee, pistol, rifle. And you really start specializing your character on how you spend your points. You can also spend them on mutations. You can unlock more later on. And they increase various different attributes. Or trade skills. There's a lot of skills in the game. And there's no way you can master everything. And the game is a little bit brutal. That guy looks tough over there. You know why it's brutal? Because you can't actually reallocate your stats. If you accidentally put a point to cooking, well, too bad. There's nothing you can do. You're stuck with that one cooking skill. So you should be very careful how you distribute these stats. I mean, you can pick an archetype somewhere at the beginning, and they'll kind of guide you towards where you should put your stat points to be that best, be the best of that archetype. But you really don't want to screw up because you're out of luck then. So be careful how you spend your AP points because you can't get them back unless you make a new character. I'm going to spend some points on a rifle. Let's go pump some stat points over there, max this out, apply. I think I'm using a rifle right now anyway. And you can spend more points later on. So now I got a first-person view over here with my gun. Middle button to shoot, and let's go. Wow, this gun sucks. I gotta shoot once, reload. There we go. Never mind, I'm fine. Oh, we got some fighting going on there between the NPC and those crazed pups over there, whatever they are, wolf pups. Why are they running away from me? Holy crap! Now he's coming back at me. I'm using a pretty crappy gun right now. I'm not gonna lie. The M4 I had at the tutorial was a lot cooler. Just gonna reload this bad boy. I just started off though. I start with a pretty lame gun. You can get more guns later on. Many different vehicles and stuff can be crafted as well. The crafting system itself is also really in-depth. I mean, if you want to be good at crafting, you kind of have to make your own character dedicated for crafting, because you don't want to mix up crafting with your main character, who is a damage dealer. I mean, there's a few different archetypes in the game, really: trader, support, and a damage dealer class. Of course, I am playing the awesome damage dealer class. Let's go shoot this guy over here. And it's really cool because there's a lot of melee weapons as well. And all the weapons are pretty fair. There's pistols as well, rifles, and melee weapons. Of course, many different kinds of each. I have a lot of ammo for this really crappy gun. But actually, aiming actually takes skill, because most games like this have an auto-aim system. I do believe Tabula Rasa was a little bit like this, but that game is dead a long time ago. And that even had an auto-aim system. Here, you do everything manually. So there's actually some skill involved in the game, especially in PvP. Just having to aim your shots in PvP is really important. And it's not like guns are overpowered in PvP either, because if you're using a rifle, you have a huge disadvantage against melee users. They get behind you and smack you with their pipes or whatever they're using. You're kind of out of luck. Apparently, I'm supposed to be in this junkyard to loot some scrap metal for this guy. I'm having more fun shooting these random monsters. Well, let's see what else I have in my inventory. Anything else fun? I got a middle click to get out of there. And the game's story is kind of told as you do various missions. Right now, I just started out, so I'm not going to see that much. I got my awesome orange over here. Some guy linked some awesome food in the chat before. It was like chocolate covered ants. That sounds awesome. What else we got? We got armor crafting kit. I got some more ammo. I got a lot of these lame guns. These crude zip guns. Pretty crude. Let me show you my actual inventory over here so I can show you exactly how many equipment slots there are in the game. It's actually a very in-depth game too. Just look how many armor slots are in the game. There's actually around 20 of them. That's my guesstimate. I don't think I'm right, but there's about 20 of them. There's a lot of different armor types. And that gives you plenty of room for customization on how you want to build your character and what equipment you want to use. We got a boar thing attack me again. And you can equip, I believe, 6 different weapons at a time. And that looks awesome to equip 6 at once. Your guy's covered in weapons. Let's shoot this guy over here. And you can switch between the weapons by hitting control and then the key for it. You can learn skills as well. I don't have any of those right now because I just started playing. So I have been very impressed by what the game looks like. I mean, aside from a few obvious graphical bugs and gameplay bugs, the game looks great. Though, of course, it is a pay-to-play game, and I always prefer free-to-play. Though I'm surprised why the guys didn't just make this free-to-play. I mean, this could be really successful in a free-to-play game. I would definitely sink a lot more time into this. I earned 2 APs. Awesome. And those APs gained separately from your actual level. I would definitely sink a lot more time into this if it was free-to-play. I'm really impressed so far. The PvP itself would seem like a lot of fun with the manual aiming system. You're aligning with different factions. There's in-depth faction system as well. Great crafting system. And let's see what else we got going here. Let's check out my inventory. Not my inventory, my interface options. My skills as well. There's a lot of skills, like I said. We got our missions over here. This screen looks a little bit familiar. This screen for your quest. We got blood sports, which I can't do right now. That kind of sucks. Blood sports are probably the PvP system or something else. I'm not too sure. Though, guys, I am running out of time. If you guys do want to play Fallen Earth or just learn more about it, do check it out full review on the link below. Later, guys.